Mindshock Live Q&A. This is part 33, the Illuminati edition. This is going to be the most incredible and spectacular Mindshock Live Q&A in the history of Mindshock. I am, of course, your host, Bruce McGuire, and who's ready to get crazy?
Let's get crazy.
We got Alex Jones on the agenda, the one and only. We got Steven Seagal. And possibly the resurrection of cheesy comedy in the modern era. I might be a little bit late to the party, but I have uncovered possibly the only actually funny comedian in the modern era, at least of the female variety. All of this and more in the live Q&A 33rd Illuminati Edition extravaganza. If you want to help support the Mindshock podcast, help logic and reason return to a world where it's quickly going extinct, you could donate to our PayPal. Just check the link in the description. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell for notifications. If you're not getting notifications, you can sign up for Patreon. Even the free tier has notifications that actually work, unlike YouTube. You can also check us out on Twitter, Facebook, and Reddit as well. You could also be a YouTube member right here. Help support the channel. That way we do have some members-only streams coming up as well. Any questions, comments, theories, thoughts, suggestions, rebuttals, debunkings of any kind, leave them in the comment section. Unless, of course, you are with us live. In which case, drop them in the live chat. I'll try to get to each and every one of them. And these Q&As tend to go off the rails most of the time, and we never know where we're going to end up. But yeah, the gloves are off here. We got the reptilian interdimensional shape-shifting eye in the middle of the pyramid for the 33rd edition here. Alright, let's see what we got so far. We got Truth Trollette, Clark, Flat Bob Scott Hawkins, the one and only Lord Zed, Heracles, I am Ion's cat, Vlad B, less xylophone. Alright, everybody's ready here. Mr. 1-to-1, Austin MP 88, Angle of Elevation, we are live, my friend. What kind of Dunning-Kruger goof-tastic goofery are we going to get into right now?
You think everybody has a Dunning-Kruger goof?
Well, ain't they?
You think everybody has a Dunning-Kruger goof?
Well, ain't they?
I've just been talking to myself for a second. So what kind of goof-tastic goofery are we going to get into? Let's see. Heracles has the first question. Have you watched Rick and Morty? I am probably one of the only humans around who has not, but I've seen some TV spots. You guys are talking about the Kentucky Derby and horse doping. Did not see that coming. I actually do not know much about the Kentucky Derby, believe it or not. Clark says Bruce travels interdimensionally, so he's actually early like a city bus in a wormhole. Clark knows what's up. Clark knows what's up. Flat Bob says, do you get my question about the Abdullah guy? Do you think he's a CIA plant? Okay. Did not see the question. Let me see here. Did YouTube censor you? I do not see a question about that. You mean, did you ask the question in this chat right now or somewhere else? In the YouTube chat? Just ask it again. The xylophone says, this doesn't sound like Bruce. My voice is a little raspy today, but what about right now? Is this Bruce enough for you? All right, here is a question. All right. Lord Zen says, do you think Vanilla Ice could be the one man to beat Seagal? Does Vanilla Ice train... Is he the OG Wigga? Does Vanilla Ice train martial arts? That's the question. I don't want to dismiss him without actually knowing his martial arts pedigree or regimen. I also did not quite see this coming. So there's Vanilla Ice Cold. What is this? So on MMA Tycoon, he's a character on MMA Tycoon. Okay, interesting. Wow, it looks like Vanilla Ice is a boxer? He's done boxing? Okay, no way. What is this? Wait, what? Wait, did this movie not get made? Hold on a second. Okay, this is totally a Mandela, because I would have known about this if this were true. All right. This is a great way to kick off the 33rd edition here. All right. You guys are not going to believe this. You guys are totally not going to believe this. I thought this was some kind of April Fool's. I really thought this was April Fool's, but apparently it's not. Here, I'll put it on the screen right here, because you guys aren't going to believe it if I don't put the receipt here. Nobody would believe what I'm about to put on the screen here. 1 second. Okay, so look at this. Ice is back with martial arts legend Chuck Norris in the action comedy Zombie Plane. Martial arts legend Chuck Norris is teaming up with Vanilla Ice and Sophie Monk in Zombie Plane, an upcoming Australian production from Radioactive and Entertainment Squad. Zombie Plane centers on a secret government organization that recruits celebrities to be undercover agents who together must save humanity from an imminent zombie attack. Norris, Ice, and Monk play themselves. Actually, Norris plays Commander Chuck Norris, who mentored and trained Ice into becoming a deadly secret agent. But the feature is reportedly full of celebrity cameos, with a 90s pop soundtrack including tracks by Ice himself. Wow. What is this? What is this? How have I not heard of this movie? Okay, so there's no release date yet. Okay, there is a tagline here. When is this coming out? Now, Chuck is 85 years old. When passengers on a jet flying from Sydney to Los Angeles become infected with new strains of zombie viruses, Vanilla Ice and Sophie Monk are forced to team up to contain the contagion before the U.S. Air Force shoots it out of the sky. Wow. Yeah, apparently this is actually happening. It's listed on several different websites. IMDb, the official distribution company website. It looks like it's legit. It looks like it's all legit. Lord Zed said, I am overwhelmed with shock and happiness. I mean, yeah, this is long overdue. Chuck Norris and Vanilla Ice in 2025. This is, I mean, people might have actually believed this could happen in the 90s, but Lord Zed says, I feel vindicated. You know what's hilarious? Lord Zed, did you have any idea of this movie when you brought that up? So if Chuck has secretly been training Vanilla Ice, I mean, wow. Lord, Grunge Truck, welcome. Saber Freak, welcome. Aaron says, Bruce, are you familiar with the TV series The Prisoner? Seems to be a metaphor for our world. The old series, the really old one? Vaguely. Is it the old black and white one? I mean, how far back are you going? Lord Zed says there's only one threat to Seagal, and it's Vanilla. So Seagal's old rival, Chuck Norris. Okay, who would be surprised if Seagal has a cameo here? Because they're saying that supposedly there's going to be a ton of celebrity cameos. If they got Seagal for that, that would be incredible. 90210's Brian Austin Green is in it. I mean, it looks like they didn't really list. I think they're trying to save it for surprise. So it looks like Brian Austin Green is one of the main characters. But they're not stating the cameos. But supposedly there's going to be a ton of celebrity cameos. That'd be pretty crazy if we got Van Damme and Seagal cameoing in this with the most epic fights ever against Vanilla Ice. Now, how old is Vanilla? So he's born in 1967. So he's 58? He's no spring chicken. A 58-year-old Ice against a 72-year-old Seagal. We still don't really know Vanilla Ice's training. Seagal's actually 73 now. Oh, he just had his birthday last month. Steven Seagal's 73 years old. Alright, before we jump to any conclusions about Vanilla Ice's martial arts abilities, before we dissect his physical prowess, let's see how he did in celebrity boxing. Because I've never seen this. I've never seen Vanilla Ice box, believe it or not. I know this might come as a shock to some, but I have never seen Vanilla Ice box. Chuck Norris and Vanilla Ice in a zombie movie? What is going on 2025? This has got to be a Mandela. This news was released November 2024. How have we not gone over this? How did not a single Mindshocker know about this? I mean, this is firmly in Mindshock territory. What could be more mind-shocking than Chuck Norris and Vanilla Ice in a zombie movie, no less? Oh man, this is crazy stuff. All right, let's look at Vanilla Ice's boxing technique. Let's see if he could hold a candle to the one and only Stevens. This is definitely Illuminati territory here.
We are in for a great evening of fighting here. All right, Ray, time to focus on the Todd Bridges, Rob Van Winkle bout. And I have a tough time calling him Rob Van Winkle because to me, he's Vanilla Ice. Now he's going as bipolar. I mean, he's losing a little of his boxing identity here.
He doesn't know which way he wants to go. The bipolar better be ready tonight because, like I said, he's the Iceman cometh and possibly going.
Well, here we go, Ray. This is the man Vanilla Ice is going to have to face. Todd Bridges. The guy's an experienced fighter. He knows the mechanics of this sport. He's been working with a sparring partner every day. And for his...
That's
Very relaxed throughout the whole proceedings.
and Todd Bridges.
These fighters, there is no distinct advantage, but
Bipolar better get his chin down and keep moving. So he's got his chin in the air.
and a good exchange, a furious exchange right in front of us. Bridges working the head.
Move, baby, you gotta move.
Of encouragement. He's giving up.
Boss, and get used to the ring a little bit. Get used to the atmosphere. He ain't throwing a decent punch yet. Like I said,
Class will end up finishing their art project sometime after.
I don't know. I'm not too impressed here, Lord Zed. I'm not too impressed with his pugilistic stylings right here. It's just not impressing me. I mean, Seagal would murder both of these guys in under a tenth of a second, probably. Lord Zed says pull up Dustin Diamond. Oh man, I don't think we can go Dustin Diamond yet. I think he needs his own. I mean, even on the 33rd edition, I'm not sure we can delve into Dustin Diamond. Man, Ice is not looking good here. I thought he was actually taller than 6 feet. He looks really tall. Maybe he just hangs out with a lot of midgets. I mean, the pugilistic stylings here are just not impressive from Vanilla. He doesn't really seem to have a lot of muscle mass either. He's got that extreme sports physique, but not a combat sports physique. Okay, alright, we got to see something here. Oh man, he's getting clobbered. This is more entertaining than most professional boxing matches. Man, I don't know. Ice's recovery isn't too bad. I mean, he's getting absolutely thrashed like a punching bag, and he's still standing. Are they gonna call it here? Oh, no. Another round. Nice. Yeah, we gotta hand it to Vanilla. Vanilla's got some recovery skills. Oh, man. This is a truly mind-shocking boxing fight. Man, his defense is practically non-existent. Alright, so if this is before he's training with Chuck Norris, do we have any clips? If he's been training with Chuck, what would he look like now? Post-Chuck training. Oh, he lost. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna stand. I don't think Vanilla's gonna stand a chance against Seagal unless Chuck has taught him some kind of secret skills. Les Xylophone says, I've seen better fights in middle school. Lord Zed says he can't box. He showed toughness. He's a ninja, not a boxer. Alright, what do you guys want to get into next? Do you want to get into the greatest modern comedian that I have discovered? Or do you want to get into the incredible Alex Jones first? I mean, we're doing both either way. So you guys want to, I mean, it's the wrong question on if you want to do the comedy first, because we all know Alex Jones is the greatest comedian of all time. Scott Hawkins, you'd have to specify. You'd have to specify which comedian. Because Alex Jones might be the GOAT. Man, look at Austin MP88 with the spoiler. How does Austin 88 know what I'm going to pull up?
Right when Nick Fuentes said something important, Jones went to break. Listen, I'm not saying this because you're hurting me with that. You're hurting yourself. You are morons, okay? I have been on syndicated radio for 28 years, but 27 years with this clock. John Harmon has worked here 23 years, okay? It's been the same clock. You can go to our websites, look at the affiliate things for radio stations. You will see the damn clock. So at 58:50, we will go to break again. So at 1:58:50, we will go to break. Okay, then we come back for 5 minutes because radio stations cover news for 6, but for the internet, we do 5 minutes. It's only on the internet. Then we come back for 1 minute to meet our station. So I want to explain to the folks out there, because seriously, you need to not be morons, all right? I knew that when Roseanne was getting into Canaanites and the secret world religion, I agree with her. That's one name.
Is the volume too low on Jones here? For some reason, it won't crank higher. No, not my volume. Alex Jones' volume. My volume sounds good on my end, but Alex Jones sounds really low. I could see if I could crank it a little bit. Or can everybody hear it really good? Everybody can hear him? It's really low on my end, though. Alright, Truth Roulette says low, too. Alright, let me fix this. I mean, it's cranked all the way up, so I'm gonna have to go into another app and crank it even further. Yeah, the Illuminati does not want you hearing what Jones has to say, especially not on this live Q&A. They're gonna do everything they can to glitch this out, but they don't know who they're dealing with. Bruce McGuire never quits. Bruce McGuire never surrenders. The volume will be raised, and there's nothing they can do about it. It's just going to take an extra minute or two. Oh, I forgot the intro clip. The intro clip was even better here. Oh, man, this is actually one of the greatest clips of Alex Jones ever. All right, let me just get, give me a second here. Why don't you rock out to some Steven Seagal music for a minute, and then I'll be right back with these Alex Jones clips, audio cranked. Fair use. All the time.
Mr. Steven Seagal, fly down to Jamaica and say one of the baddest gal. So them send for Lady Stark, I don't know me raw. You see me? So
Girl, what you really want down there?
me want the body if it make me feel nice. Why? Tell me what you really want all night.
No want to put on this if it make me
Me
nice.
want the body, him want the punani.
I mean, no it nice.
So
When the girls start to strut, you could look at their butt, you shouldn't do that. The girl dress is just as pretty, not just there to cover her kitty.
when me a fling it up, you better know fi back it up. When me a dash it up, make sure you black it up. If you ever flap it up, then me a go lock it up. Park it up like Benji hold up. So me want the body if it make me feel nice. Why? Tell me what you really want all night.
You want to put on this if it make me nice. Me love the way you walk, sometimes the way you talk is so hot. Now you know, let's have a shot of rum. Then me can make you come with me to the ocean. That would be fine. You can be my bow cat. Nice ital breeze, bring you to your knees. We're jamming.
Yo, this a gal and I blow me rather wind up slow. When me turn it around, you have to come tomorrow. In case you never know, me star me whole show. Me tell you from start, me no go down low. Let's do it all night from the left to the right. Say my name Steve, tell me oh it nice. It's quite alright. Water run from the pipe. I love it like that, but I won't bite. So wind up slow when me turn it around. You have to come tomorrow. In case you never know, me star me whole show. Me tell you from start, me no go down low. Let's do it all night from the left to the right. Say my name Steve, tell me oh it nice. It's quite alright. Water run from the pipe. I love it like that, but I won't bite. So
Girl, what you really want down there?
me want the body if it make me feel nice. Why? Tell me what you really want all night.
No want to put on this if it make me
Me
nice.
want the body, him want the punani.
I mean, no it nice.
So
Girl, what you really want down there?
me want the body if it make me feel nice. Why? Tell me what you really want all night.
No want to put on this if it make me
Me
nice.
want the body, him want the punani.
I mean, no it nice.
Me want the body, him want the punani.
I mean, no it nice. I mean, no it nice.
I mean, no way nice.
I mean, no it nice.
I mean, no way nice.
I mean, no it nice. I mean, no it nice.
has anyone heard a better song than that? I mean, how that didn't sweep the Grammys, I will never know. I will never know. All right, I almost got the Seagal clips, Jones clips ready. All right, South to West says, music is Seagal's true love. Seagal's music is on another level, no doubt. No doubt. All right, hold on here. I was curious, Bruce's thoughts on who? Norm Macdonald. I see Norm Macdonald, superior comedian of all time. Hicks is good though. I don't know. Norm was a little bit dry. I mean, he was hilarious in his content, but he was a little too dry in his delivery for my taste. I mean, look at Jones. Just look at the diversity of his thespianism. I mean, he can play any character, any accent, any emotional state. I mean, the guy's just incredible. Abdullah Hashem, is that who you mentioned? I'm not sure I know who that is. Let me see here. He attended and filmed a Raelian seminar in Vegas. Okay, now we're getting into my shock land for sure now. The Raelians. Who remembers the Raelians? They were so big in the early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s. Wow. Yeah, it looks like I might have to do a dedicated podcast on this individual. I don't think I can go over him briefly. Okay, so Les Xylophone says, not gonna lie, I'd rather fight this man than listen to him sing. Man, are you really suicidal here? Come on, no self-deletion here. All right, check this clip out from Jones. This is one of the most entertaining clips I have ever seen, and then we'll get into Alex Jones and Roseanne. I mean, who would have thought? If somebody told you in the 90s Roseanne would be doing podcasts with Alex Jones. I mean, imagine sitting down to watch Roseanne with your family, and somebody's telling, oh yeah, she's going to be an Alex Jones. She's going to be best friends with Alex Jones. Oh, man. 2025 is crazy. 2024 was crazy, but man, 2025 is even crazier. All right, hold on. What's going on here? They don't want this. Let's see. We will persevere here. Oh yeah, here we go. Here we go. We're gonna get Alex Jones loud and clear. All right, here's this is the greatest promo I think Alex Jones has ever done. Oh man, they really don't want this to play. Hold on a second. What is going on here? What? Oh, here we go. Who's seen this one? I mean, this is better than any pro wrestling promo I've ever seen for sure. Check this one out.
it funds the Second American Revolution worldwide. So get this great t-shirt design and hundreds of others, the biggest selection at thealexjonesstore.com, funding the Second American Revolution worldwide. God almighty. And it funds the Second American Revolution worldwide. So get this great t-shirt design and hundreds of others, the biggest selection at thealexjonesstore.com, funding the Second American Revolution worldwide. Funding the Second American Revolution worldwide.
I mean, look at that intensity. I mean, who could cut a promo better than Alex Jones? I mean, and just the level of consistency. I mean, this guy has been this off the rails for over 30 years. Oh, man. I mean, can you imagine over 30 years of this? Like, the level of consistency? I mean, which pro wrestler? I mean, Ric Flair maybe is the closest to have this kind of, to have the longevity of cutting promos this insane, because the Hulkster kind of fizzled out. Ric Flair's probably still cut a good promo. I mean, just look at the intensity in this psycho's eyes. Look at that intensity. Angle of Elevation says, have you seen the new seasons of Black Mirror on Netflix? A few were notable. Beyond the Sea, astronauts transferring consciousness to robots on Earth, plus common people about corporate brain chips. Okay, no, I have not. I've not seen a single Black Mirror episode at all. That show just seems weird. Clark says, I made that face at my last proctology exam. Lord Zed says, how dare you say the Hulkster fizzled out? When was the last time the Hulkster cut a promo this intense? I'm just saying. John McClure says, Rowdy Roddy, best promo of all time. Did he? I don't think he went 30 years of promos, though, but yeah. Rowdy Roddy Piper. One of the GOATs for sure. Kind of blasphemous that Ronda Rousey tried to take his moniker. Austin says, I agree, haven't watched. I mean, it sounds crazy, though. Like, the synopsises of the episodes are definitely reflecting some kind of Illuminati revelation of the method for sure. All right, let's see. I have some clips here for Alex Jones and Roseanne. So let's check this out next.
Right when Nick Fuentes said something. Right when Nick Fuentes said something important, Jones went to break. Listen, I'm not saying this because you're hurting me with that. You're hurting yourself. You are morons. 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 Okay? I have been on syndicated radio for 28 years, but 27 years with this clock. John Harmon has worked here 23 years, okay? It's been the same clock. You can go to our websites, look at the affiliate things for radio stations. You will see the damn clock. So at 58:50, we will go to break again. So at 1:58:50, we will go to break. Okay, then we come back for 5 minutes because radio stations cover news.
Can anyone guess what this is reminding me of? Can anyone guess? Anybody who can guess this is going to get a major brownie point. Who's going to guess? Who's going to guess? 3, 2, has something to do with math. 1, 0.
Scott Steiner. It's going to be a three-way for the TNA heavyweight title at Sacrifice between you, Kurt Angle, and Samoa Joe. Now, before you get there, you have an important step tonight as you and X Division champion Petey Williams take on the unlikely duo of Kurt Angle and Samoa Joe.
You know, they say all men are created equal, but you look at me and you look at Samoa Joe, and you can see that statement is not true. See, normally if you go one-on-one with another wrestler, you got a 50-50 chance of winning. But I'm a genetic freak, and I'm not normal. So you got a 25% at best at beating me. And then you add Kurt Angle to the mix, your chances of winning drastically go down. See, the three-way at Sacrifice, you got a 33 1/3 chance of winning. But I got a 66 2/3 chance of winning because Kurt Angle knows he can't beat me, and he's not even going to try. So, Samoa Joe, you take your 33 1/3 chance minus my 25% chance, and you got an 8 1/3 chance of winning at Sacrifice. But then you take my 75% chance of winning, if we used to go one-on-one, and then add 66 2/3%, I got 141 2/3 chance of winning at Sacrifice. See, Joe, the numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster for you at Sacrifice. See, but I'm going to break it down for all you ladies. Would you rather be with me, or would you rather be with Joe?
Well, I think Joe's kind of nice. I mean, you know.
See, you're one of those girls that like romance. I'm going to talk to all my freaks out there. Would you rather come home to me, a genetic freak, to be satisfied every night, or go home to that fat-ass Samoa Joe? See, tonight, we're going to win, and I'm going to be the world champion at Sacrifice. Come on, P. Let's go.
Scotty, just like you always say, Big Papa Pump has got your hookup. Well, Maple Leaf Muscle is who you need to look up. Holler if you hear that.
Sacrifice. See, Joe, the numbers don't lie, and you got an 8 1/3 chance of winning at Sacrifice. But then you take my 75% chance of winning, if we used to go one-on-one, and then add 66 2/3%.
Look at her face. It looks like she does not compute the math. The math is not computing for the blonde. Angle of Elevation says, how I learned maths. Yes, the one and only Scott Steiner. I don't know why he's not in here right now. Scott Steiner visits the Mindshock chat pretty frequently. I'm actually kind of surprised he's not here right now. Let's get back to Alex Jones math.
For sex, but for the internet, we do 5 minutes. It's only on the internet. Then we come back for 1 minute to meet our station. So I'll explain to the folks out there, because seriously, you need to not be morons, all right? I knew that when... Because seriously, you need to not be more... Because seriously, you need to not be... Because seriously, you need to not be morons, all right? I knew that when Roseanne was getting into Canaanites and the secret world religion, I agree with her, that's one name of it, that we had to go to break there. It's a hard satellite break for our radio stations that people will say we just censored her. That's not what happened there, okay? When I had Nick on, my show and Owen's show, that's not censoring him, having him on for hours. It's the opposite. Platforming someone is the opposite of censoring them.
I like the tone that Jones takes to talk to the Dunning-Kruger crowd. I mean, look. I mean, it's like he's handling 2-year-olds. It's so hilarious. I mean, look at his face. His face and his tone here. I mean, has there ever been a greater thespian? Has there ever been a greater thespian than Jones? Oh man, Clark with an interesting question. Bruce, can every existential question be broken down for the ladies? I suppose it can, if you got Scott Steiner doing it. Christopher Allen says, dude's math sounds like Terrence Howard math. Oh man, Terrence Howard is a very interesting individual. Oh man, I have an upcoming podcast on P. Diddy. Seems like a lot of people came out of the woodwork. But I think Ashton Kutcher is still strangely quiet, and we'll be getting into that on the P. Diddy episode.
Okay, I understand you grew up with only podcasts and the internet. This is network radio, TV. Okay, that's why you see those on the Super Bowl, too. Okay? All right, sorry, I needed to explain that to him.
Yeah.
It's frightening, actually. But back to the Canaanites. You just hit something huge there. Please continue.
Yeah, it is. Well, that's why I say it's the world's oldest religion, and it has been secret, and it's the basis of all secret societies, too. And so it has been secret until, like, probably the last 15 or 20 years. But, since the internet, it's been hard for church and state to keep their secret societies secret because of, the intelligence of people to get on there and serve.
Well, in World War II, both in Germany and in England, when they bombed each other, they'd bomb old Catholic churches, cathedrals, and Protestant ones, and they would find huge occultic to the Canaanite gods, Moloch, but they would also find it to Mithra, and that happened. So you're absolutely right, is they would just hide the secret societies within that. It's funny.
Again, can we just take a moment here to reflect? Imagine you're watching Roseanne in the 90s, and someone tells you, by the way, in the year 2025, Roseanne is going to be on Jones, and they're going to be talking about occult Illuminati Canaanite gods, like Moloch. They're going to be discussing Canaanite gods and human sacrifice. Just take a moment there. Just take a moment and just ponder on that for a second. Oh, man. Oh, man. That's crazy. And also a Vanilla Ice Chuck Norris zombie movie is going to be coming out that year as well. Who would believe that if somebody told you that in the 90s?
You mentioned the Canaanites, and there's human sacrifice in Moloch that in the Old Testament, Moses and all of them say, don't do this. This is our enemy. Stop killing kids and wipe out anybody that does. When I went to Bohemian Grove and covered that, they said we call back the gods of Cain.
Right.
And they actually said this is a Canaanite ritual during it.
That's right.
And it's in my film. It's, by the way, free online. Dark Secrets of Bohemian Grove.
Yeah, that's astounding that you were able to put that out. And, it's just astounding. I just want to say to you, you're the one that woke everybody up initially, and you've continued to do it for all this time. So we're all so grateful for you, and we're all so heartbroken of how hard they've come against you. We're heartbroken for that, and we're pissed off, too. And we need you. And, I just wanted to thank you for all you've done for America and the world to open our eyes to so many things, Alex.
Well, I want to thank you, Roseanne, for being a truth teller and what you've done. But look, you couldn't drag me away. This has been an honor and a pleasure.
Yeah.
It was fun to sneak into Bohemian Grove. It's fun to fight the tyrants. It's fun to win. So thank you, though.
No, it is really fun.
I just want to thank the listeners and viewers for sticking with us and helping us through these fights, because the bad guys are really pissed off.
Yeah, and they really infiltrate, too. That's what I'm really scared for America, of how well they've infiltrated everything. They've infiltrated, of course, our government and, you know, everything with their NGOs and every horrible thing they've done, Soros, all that.
Are you pleased to see it coming out?
I am very pleased to see it coming out, but it's coming out so slow, and people are still not connecting everything into the huge cause and effect that it is. They're still like making it come out in a trickle so that people can't really see cause and effect. That's what they're really trying to obscure, cause and effect. By
Oh man, Clark in the chat as an absolute savage. Roseanne looks like she got a horse kicked in the face. Oh man, that's savagery. I don't know. I think that's not covered under aging. So Roseanne Barr's 72 years old. I don't know. I mean, by that logic, could you say most 72-year-olds look like they got horse kicked in the face? John McClure says Roseanne Mask. Clark Rice with a new conspiracy. Wait a minute, is Roseanne the Roller Jam 2 Concussions girl? I don't believe she is, but let's do a side-by-side just to confirm.
Outrageous action and sexy storylines.
Stacey Bliss trying to keep her top on.
But this unique sport, now known as Roller Jam, is nothing new. Coming up on the E! Original Special.
Just about everybody's going down except Loden and Brown.
Oh. I get serious then.
Here comes Shea Brown, and look out! They're in a fight now. Shea Brown and Denise Loden.
After more than
roller jam, and I'm a professional inline skater for the show. They go, oh, like the old roller derby, and I say, yeah, you know, remember, except it's on inline skates now. They're like, oh, that's cool. Do you really hit people? Do you get hurt? I'm like, yeah, look, I got lots of bruises.
Roller.
To classify everybody as like having two personalities. You have your personality on the track and off the track. And so if you do something to me on the track, and
honestly, I just wanted to just pound them into the ground.
I like to classify everybody as like having on the track and off, you know, hey, what are you doing? Want to go drink on the track and off the track. And so if you do something to me on the track and I'm mad, I'm gonna go after you. But then afterwards, I'm gonna be like, you know, hey, what are you doing? Have your personality. You know, hey, what are you doing? You know, hey, what are you doing? You know, hey, what are you doing? Want to go drink? Hey, what are you know, hey, what are you doing? Want to go drink a beer? And I say, yeah, you know, remember, except it's on inline skates now.
Oh!
A lot of violence, but everybody gets up and walks away.
Despite the similarity,
Wow, you guys do this stuff on skates. It's amazing. It really is. It's an art.
And so it was pretty much a free-for-all. That was just hilarious, in my opinion. I mean, I had a great time ripping the dresses off those other girls.
I had a dream like this once. When I first got this job, I thought maybe that's what will happen, and now look.
I think that the evening gown strip-off has by far been the most interesting and my collarbone from a horse stepping on me, so it can be very hazardous too. You have this animal that's as big as a small car, and you're guiding it to go over places that you're not necessarily meant to go.
coming up, some of Roller Jam's most ardent fans speak out.
I like the violence and the boobs and the butts and, you know.
3 words, Jason Posse.
They enjoy.
And thanks.
Matters usually. They're tough.
Here's the only rule. Watch your ass.
Fearless.
Shut up and win at all costs.
And indestructible.
I've had 2 concussions. I've had 2 concussions.
I don't know, they possibly could be related. Trying to find her date of birth, but should be a bit younger than Roseanne, of course. She would have been in her 20s here. In the late 90s, she would have been in her 20s. So it would not be. So she'd be in her 40s now, approximately. Roseanne is in her 70s. Parmigiani says, Roseanne got hit by a car and became wild, crazy stand-up chick from her brain damage, allegedly. Yeah, I actually remember hearing that in an interview. Clark Rice saying, more sports need an evening wear strip-off. Has that happened in anything other than pro wrestling and roller jam? I don't know. Scott Hawkins says, I knew we were going to get some roller jam action today. Thanks, Bruce. Yes. Lord Zed says, Seagal looks like his face was crafted by the most artistic sculptor and he's 70. All right, let's continue with Alex Jones.
Making cause and effect have such separation of decades, so you can't really see why, you know? If it was closer and less time, or if people were putting it together better so that people would have a clearer view of what's happening, specifically the infiltration of everything, including our churches, our synagogues, you know, the total mind control that we're under. And even when we think we're, you know, awake or that we, you know, that's still.
Well, that's exactly right, because we mentioned for the break, we got cut off there. You have the Jews, you know, 4,000 years ago, literally rewriting the book to stop human sacrifice and devil worship.
Yeah.
And calling it what it was and saying there's one God, Yeshua, Jehovah. And then you get the Jews going to captivity in Babylon. And then now you get into all of that, and it's the same thing that they find in the mystery schools that you've got operating out of the other religions as well.
Yeah. Well, you know, like if you go to Torah, you know, Torah says that this world is the place where there will be war between God and the Satan. This world is the platform for that. So everybody knows and everybody talks about, you know, that there's a war between good and evil.
This is the battleground.
Yeah, this is the battleground, and it has accelerated, and it makes time itself accelerate the war.
I agree.
But, you know, the biggest war, and I'm a Jew, and the biggest war, as I see it, is the Jewish Civil War. And that...
Well, that's why the people that just only want to blame Jews or attack Jews all day, I know for a fact, just studying and knowing people, the Jews are fighting with each other more than any other. I mean, it's like you can't say the Jews are in one mind.
That's right. There's so many different kind of Jews. That's something that really upsets me when they say the Jews, because which ones are you talking about? There's like, you know, so many different kinds.
Yeah, like the ones that are totally pro-Palestine?
Yeah, I love that. That's crazy. That's lemming programming. You know, and that's like all these women out there with pink hair that weigh 300 pounds and all that stuff that are out there cheering for men to be in women's bathrooms. I mean, it's lemming programming. And that's a big part of MK Ultra, you know, mind control program, that you would be against your own, because that's the most effective way of subverting a whole country, a whole culture.
Absolutely.
To divide every minority group or every subgroup against
I also love these women
itself.
saying they're going to go on sex strike because of Trump. I don't think too many men are after these women on screen.
I don't think so either. I don't think so
I think it's a favor that they've gone on strike.
I mean, they're the ones that are saying we're weird. Think about it.
Wasn't it funny when they called J.D. Vance weird?
Yeah, that was a good one. I mean, it's like...
Who's ready for an Alex Jones flashback? Who's ready? Who is ready? I don't think a lot of people have heard this one before.
I mean, it was one thing with the last administration, and I was hoping it was a fluke and was going to stop. But, I mean, come on, folks. Every key person in the Bush administration and now in this next administration just so happen to be the sons and daughters of the founders of Israel and Mossad chiefs and people, and they're openly not even really U.S. citizens. Now, I'm against Schwarzenegger being a foreigner, and he's over here anti-gun, and he also wants all these carbon taxes and the rest of it. So, you know, it's the same thing. I'm sick of it. But we don't have, you know, Austrians in every, you know, major power position. And in Harats, in the Jerusalem Post, in the agency French press, these are the headlines. Obama's choice for chief of staff puts Israel's man in the White House. And that's the headline in Israel. You know, we run the White House. We've got the White House. I mean, but then as an American citizen, I'm not supposed to mention that. I'm supposed to just sit down and shut up and go along with that. I mean, it's not enough that Israeli government runs the company that does 98% of caller ID and phone tracking in the nation. That's been mainstream news. Is it not enough that Israel has the sole contract to, quote, guard the nuclear weapons? Our own government doesn't even have control of them? Is it not enough that Israel had fingerprints all over 9/11? This nation is now completely and totally under international crime syndicate control.
How many people have heard that one? A lot of people have criticized Mr. Jones for not speaking out against this particular country, and yet apparently he has numerous times. Mindshock gang. Yeah, I don't know what happened to Jones. So it seems like post Connecticut incident lawsuit, he's a bit different. Scott Hawkins says he used to speak out, now he avoids and deflects. Alright, you guys want a real mind shock that the mainstream will never cover? Let's see if this stream is going to get shut down over this. This is a test. Like the NASA occult patches. Let's test this. Let's see if this stream is about to get shut down right now over this next clip.
Abraham.
Yes.
Can I ask you some basic facts about Zionism?
Yes, please, take a seat. Basic fact. Zionism is a godless movement created by people who abhorred and wanted to eradicate Judaism. Its history is less than 200 years. Judaism is around for more than 3,000 years. For the Torah, our people willingly sacrificed their lives throughout the generations. The Torah is our guide, our breathing heart, and what makes us proud to be Jewish. How can Zionism, which represents the very opposite of basic Torah values, represent the Jewish people?
I probably shouldn't play too much more from this Twitter account, Voice of Rabbis. It's quite interesting. Jews united against Zionism. And there's no shortage of accounts like this, no shortage of groups and Orthodox, so-called Orthodox Jews that are very anti-Zionism. So that's a curious clip. We didn't get shut down. That's weird. That's kind of weird.
I mean, it's like women against women, blacks against blacks, Jews against Jews, Hispanics against Hispanics, and they got it all sewed up because, you know, that's how they can control all of us and keep us in our own little pens so we have no collective power against the people who own the world.
And you said something really astute 5 minutes ago I want to go back to. People, because they're not connecting things over time, they're not... You know, the Chinese think in 1,000 years, the globalists do as well, but they tell you the corporations think in quarters. People aren't thinking about second, third, fourth, fifth order effects, just like in Dune, the slow blade passes the shield.
Right.
A slow motion attack is very hard to beat because people don't see it creeping up like a boa constrictor.
I saw it creeping up. I mean, you know, because I was raised in Salt Lake City, Utah. I was an Orthodox Jew in Salt Lake City, Utah. And, you know, so I always felt like I was a stranger in a strange land, even as a kid. So I would see how it would creep in. You know, I saw how it... another thing that's anti-American, what America is, what America stands for, and, you know, how they would chip away at that very, very slowly, and how it first, and just in my career, the attacks against me when I came to television in 1986, I think it was, yeah, 86 or 87. First, I was always attacked by the right, saying that I was trying to destroy the American family, and then, you know, because I was talking about husbands and wives having an equality between them to work for the family together. And they were all against that. And then it switched so that it was against the left coming against me. So I saw that, boy, they were playing it from both sides against me because I was talking about working class America, which they both despise. You know, they both despise the working people of this country who do everything to make everything go.
And I think that's the difference. I think Trump is working for the average person.
I think that's why the working class voted for Trump, you know, because those are the people at ground zero. And, you know, I hope Trump's tariff things, you know, a lot of people I know have lost their jobs over that. And
it's serious, yeah.
And I hope that his turnaround happens very quickly because people have suffered enough. They have. They've suffered. The working people of this country, I need to see some improvement in their lives right away. And I am happy that, you know, people are starting to be arrested, but, you know, a few straggling judges and stuff. We're under such attack that these judges think that they're equal, that, you know, I think that
they're not elected.
Well, what they want to do, if you really look at it, they want to destroy the executive branch and the separation of powers.
Because they've transferred it to themselves.
Yeah, and that is just unbelievable that Republicans are doing nothing to stop that. They're not doing anything to stop it. It's like they're all collusionary. And it seems like money just won.
Well, Caroline Levitt refuses to rule out arrests of Supreme Court judges. We'll play that clip in a moment while they cue that up. But Roseanne, you're hitting on all cylinders here. You took methylene blue about 30 minutes ago. Are you feeling it?
I think I am. I do think I am. I feel clear-headed and like I want to rush in. I think that we should deputize some Americans so they can start arresting these people, too, because it's at local government level where we have to take back our power. As
She actually makes an interesting point here, but is deputization even required if you're making citizens' arrests? Anybody here take methylene blue, which Alex Jones just mentioned? That's actually got a fascinating history. It's been used for decades. Has some interesting effects. I might take a swig of it right now. As far as pushing Trump, they've both been pro-Trump for a while, and one of the most alarming things about Jones, it seems like there's just no cautious optimism regarding Trump. I've mentioned that before many times.
the people of this country. It's at local government level.
Because you did seem a little tired when you came in. You told me during the break something. Repeat what you said's happening. You feeling the...
I feel like that stuff in my fingers. I feel tingling fingers.
You're feeling the Palpatine love?
I think I feel the Palpatine love, yeah.
Well, go ahead and there's the camera. Blast them with full power right there.
We are not going to let this go on anymore because this is our government. It is a government of, by, and for the people, despite what
I agree, but will you blast them with the methylene blue lightning bolts?
We have to do it. It's our government. We can't depend on anybody but ourselves. And a lot of us are just sitting on our ass there, searching on the internet and all this stuff. We have to put our boots on the ground and go in there and demand, not ask, demand.
And release our unlimited power!
Absolutely, because this is our country, the one we send our kids to fight and die for. None of them do. We got to do it. It's the working people of this country, and when they get it together and talk to their neighbors and forget all the divisions they're forcing us into, it's going to fall, and it's going to fall fast, and then we're going to have the government we dream of, the government we pray for.
Roseanne, can I... Electricity shooting out. I've got it. Yeah. Yeah.
Who would have believed that news broadcasts would look like this in 2025? Big Pine Sailing says, I've heard it's a fad thing and probably best to be avoided at this stage. Yeah, I don't know about that. Basically, see, again, you have to look, what is the mainstream pushing or pushing against? Like, you saw all those anti-ivermectin posts, then you saw, like, anti-methylene blue posts. Pretty much, I mean, a lot of what the mainstream pushes as bad is obviously good and vice versa. So, and ivermectin also has been around for many, many decades. So, I don't think methylene blue is a fad. As long as you're getting some solid USP grade methylene blue, you should be good. Just none of that cheap crap. Same thing with any kind of supplement, though. You don't want the cheap crap. It can have who knows what in it. Big Pine Sailing says, I don't know, there's a secondary mainstream. I mean, I did quite a lot of research. Now, I don't really take any kind of substantial dose of methylene blue, but I was kind of curious. And, yeah, I mean, its neuroprotective properties have actually been studied for decades. So I mean, I could probably do a whole podcast on it. I mean, I read quite a few studies going back a few decades. Obviously, I wasn't going to look at anything recent just because it's been recently in the news, so you can't really trust anything coming out right now about it. But anything from decades ago when it wasn't popular, it's quite interesting to read. Same thing with ivermectin. What do you mean by the secondary mainstream? You mean like InfoWars? Like the counter-narrative pushers? I mean, I mentioned this about Alex Jones supplements, and he's probably going to hate me for saying this. But it's not that I think Alex Jones would contaminate his own supplements. Again, regardless of whether he's a shill or not, it's just anytime you're buying Alex Jones supplements, there's a lot of people that want to take him down for whatever reason. So, I don't know. It's kind of like he's got a target. I would rather buy from some, like, under-the-radar, but independently tested and, you know, verified company. But let's continue here with this madness.
We gotta do it! We gotta do it now!
Unlimited populist power!
Now!
Unlimited populist power!
Volunteer power!
Woo! 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 Woo!
This is what a news broadcast looks like in 2025. Pedro says, what am I watching? That's a good question. You're watching a news broadcast is what you're watching. Big Pine Selling says, I've also heard, I don't know the veracity of this, I've heard things like ivermectin, which I've used in animals for forever, has been produced lately by Big Pharma and has harmful ingredients. Yeah, the co-opting and usurpation of certain supplements is evident. Yeah, I mean, there were some, like, solid supplement, like, organic supplement companies that actually got bought out by some big pharma companies. And I don't know if there have been definitive tests on quality control and all of that to see if they're leaking, you know, putting something else in it. Brenda Debates says that is not news. Alex has never been news. No surprise. We got our first Dunning-Kruger goof in the chat on the 33rd edition. Yeah, compare Alex Jones' track record. Actually, you know what? This one's for Brenda. This one's for Brenda. Way back in the old clip. Alex Jones, way back in the day. Alright, so I don't have a date for this clip, but the name of the clip, Alex Jones did warn everyone. I think this might be from the early 2000s. So he started his The Final Edition show on KJFK 98.9 FM radio, where he's talking about conspiracy theories, etc. In 1996, he started that show. So he started InfoWars website in 1999, which also had videos there. So, again, I don't see an exact date here. I don't know if it's 2001, 2002, somewhere around there, but this is clearly a relatively old video. And obviously, nothing of what he said has come true or is accurate in any way, but let's listen to it so we can see how wrong he is and how crazy he is.
Facts and common sense are in. Yes, there have been corrupt empires. Yes, they manipulate. Yes, there are secret societies. Yes, there have been oligarchies throughout history. And yes, today in 2002, there is a tyrannical organization calling itself the New World Order, pushing for worldwide government, a cashless society, open borders, total and complete tyranny, where human beings are absolutely worthless. There's 6.25+ billion of us, and the globalists have said it many times. There's too many of us. We're causing a problem. We need to be culled at the tune of 80%. It's amazing to talk about that, but it's the globalists, the UN, their own public statements, and they've convinced a lot of liberals and elitist conservatives and others that by going along with this, that we're intelligent members of society. It's the ultimate Malthus world view. It is this radical, virulent form of social Darwinism. It's the excuse of tyrants. And by creating open borders where there's no national sovereignty and only global bodies that control all the resources, by centralizing and socializing health care, the state becomes God, basically, when it comes to your health. And then by releasing diseases and viruses and plagues upon us, we then basically get shoved into their system.
So obviously all of that completely false from this lunatic.
To build a new world order.
A new world order. A new world order. A new world order. New world order. A new world order. When we are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order.
That I often use myself, that we needed a new world order.
A new order of the ages.
A new world order.
But of the global order of a new world order. World order. But what does a new world order mean in this new world order? It is a new world order. I think the new world order is emerging.
And we are in the midst of one of the historic global transformations that is going to eventually lead to a new world order.
And for the international order that we have worked for generations to build. Ordinary men and women are too small-minded to govern their own affairs. That order and progress can only come when individuals surrender their rights to an all-powerful sovereign.
We need a great reset. We can build a new social contract, global order.
Is to actually create a new world order.
A new world order!
And now is the time when things are shifting. There's going to be a new world order.
There's a need for a new world order. There's a need for a new world order.
So, yeah, I mean, clearly, there's no group ever referring to themselves as the New World Order. They've never done that before. It's not going on now. I mean, he's definitely on some kind of drugs.
New world order.
A new world order. New world order. New world order. A new world order.
New world order.
New order. New world order.
World order. New world order. New world order. New world order.
A new world order.
Order.
A new world order.
A new world order.
A new world order.
There's a need for a new world order.
He's clearly lying about all of this. There would never be any kind of power grabs or depopulation agendas through any kind of diseases. I mean, that's just outlandish. I mean, there would never be any lockdowns or anything like that, or any kind of death stemming from such, or any kind of emergency treatments that could be highly dangerous. I mean, there would obviously, I mean, this guy is such a loon. I mean, even back in 2002, everything he was saying was completely wrong, and clearly none of it has come true. Now let's take a look at a clip from 2017. So we went 2 decades back. Now let's go half a decade back, 5 years ago. Has his accuracy improved? And let's look at his professionalism. I mean, say what you will about him being a completely wrong and a liar about everything. He was relatively professional back in this clip from 2002. I mean, relatively professional in his presentation and demeanor. Now let's take a look at, so that's how it started and how it's going in 2017. Now let's take a look.
All this is a societal wrecking ball to destroy any semblance of normality, any semblance of basic human biology that you see in the bees and you see in the birds. Imagine if somebody in a demon outfit showed up next to a baby giraffe and said, "Hi, I'm a demon. Be inclusive. Don't be mean to me. Let me wear demon horns and come up and look like a complete alien from another planet. Let a space alien." And by the way, this is a program. They dress up like space aliens all over the United States and all over the world. I told you, in horrible demon psychopath outfits that make Pennywise look beautiful. And they show up and they have their way with your children in demon outfits. I mean, if you've got men that look like 400-pound goblin demons with your children, there's nothing you won't put up with. There isn't a species on the planet that would let something that looks like a space alien get up close to its kids, but only in America does it happen, and I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it right now. I can't handle it more.
What a complete loon. Clearly, there's nothing like this going on in public, going on in schools. I mean, what was Alex Jones smoking in 2017 for him to think that anything like this could ever happen? I mean, it's 2022 now. Clearly, he was completely wrong and lying about that also. And also his professionalism dropped. I mean, he's just screaming like a loon now over these things that were clearly never true. They're clearly not true now, and they will clearly never happen. I mean, this guy is a complete lying buffoon. He's always wrong about everything. I mean, is there a single thing he's been right about yet? I mean, this guy is like a master of always being wrong about everything. I mean, how does he have any followers? Why would anybody visit the InfoWars website? Why would anybody watch his horrible show where it's just lies upon lies upon lies and conspiracy theory, quackery, and paranoia about things that have never happened, clearly aren't happening now, and will definitely never ever happen in the future? I mean, it doesn't make any sense. Can any of the Mindshock listeners out there explain this guy's appeal? I mean, they were right to censor this guy. I mean, if all he does is spew these lies, all these things that have never happened, aren't happening now, and will never be happening in the future, clearly he needs to be deplatformed and censored, because liars who are always wrong about everything should not have a right to speak publicly. I mean, who can disagree with that? Any Mindshock listeners out there, can they explain why this guy is so popular that even after his deplatforming, people continue to talk about him, and he's possibly even more popular than before the deplatforming? I mean, what is going on in this world today? Where is the human decency? Where corrupt liars can just go on the air and say all these lies. What is going on? Mindshock listeners, please chime in to explain the anomaly, the enigma, the corrupt lying bastard known as Alex Jones. That's it for today. Brenda's obviously projecting how triggered the goof is in the chat. You actually never went over the court records, Brenda, because if you were actually literate, you would know what he said. He said he was psychotic. He didn't say he lied. I know you don't know you projected earlier how you don't know what definitions are, but a lie is saying something you know that is untrue. Alex said he was psychotic and didn't know what, because everything in the mainstream was a lie. He was talking about like the Jussie Smollett situation and all the made-up news. So he thinks pretty much everything is made up. That's not a lie. He genuinely thinks that everything reported is made up. Now, based on track records, that's actually not that's not an illogical position. If somebody lies about everything, for example, Brenda Debates has never said anything that's true. So we can assume that the next thing Brenda Debates says is also going to be untrue. You know, the sun came up yesterday, it's probably going to come up today. Now, it might not. Nothing's 100%. I mean, maybe Brenda's going to accidentally say something correct soon, but it hasn't happened yet. So we're not going to put money. Nobody with a brain is going to put money on Brenda Debates saying something true next. Feel free to cite the court document if you have it, Brenda. Cite the court document. You're saying that he said that he lied. Cite the document number. Anybody want to take bets on Brenda not being able to do it? If you check out anything I put out, I always bring the receipts, because I'm not a brain-dead goof like Brenda Debates. Pedro says, honestly, watching those old Alex Jones videos, he was right about everything there. Yeah, his track record is eons ahead. I mean, it's not comparable to the mainstream news. The mainstream news brought you weapons of mass destruction, and that led to the death of millions upon millions. I mean, how many people has Alex Jones killed? Possibly denying an event that took place, which he didn't actually do. He said it was a staged event. That doesn't mean it didn't happen. That means it was a manufactured event. Doesn't mean nobody died. But obviously the illiterate, like Brenda Debates, they don't have the mental capacity to process that. John McClure said, he said the Russians were invading, that never happened. When did he say that? Because a lot of what he says, he's reporting on what is given to him on documents, and the documents did say that. For example, Y2K, there were, I need to do a whole podcast on the Y2K thing, because everybody gives him a lot of crap about Y2K. He was relaying real information. And supposedly, again, I have to do a dedicated episode on this, supposedly there was a lot that went down on for Y2K. They just covered it up, obviously, because they didn't want to publicize that the Department of Defense had computer issues during the transition to 2000. Like, why would they publicize that? Supposedly that did happen, and there were some kind of outages at military bases, etc. There were some whistleblowers. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not. But that doesn't mean he lied or was necessarily wrong. He reported what was being reported from whatever his sources were. So, because it's not like he made it up himself. And obviously, if his sources got something wrong, then he would have reported what was wrong. But we don't really know that it was wrong. For example, let's say there was some kind of Russian paramilitary top secret unit that or squadron that was trying to penetrate the U.S. and they were captured. So technically they would have been invading, or some kind of espionage invasion of agents, and they were captured. Maybe one or two of them weren't captured. Maybe they got through. Are they going to publicize that? Are they going to put that on the news? Oh, by the way, a few Russian agents got through our security and now they've infiltrated and invaded the U.S. Let's put that on the mainstream news. That would never go on the news even if it were true. And obviously we don't know that it is true, but... Oh, Brenda fell for that disinfo. You just claimed that Alex Jones admitted that he lied. Okay, so Brenda, again, I'm going to boot Brenda in a second because we just don't have time to deal with people who aren't even on a preschool literacy level. Alex Jones conceding something after the fact, now whether he's conceding for real or not, or just to, to keep up appearances, conceding something doesn't mean you lied. When, at the time Jones states something that he believes to be true, it is not a lie. If you find out you're wrong about something and you say, oh, I guess I was wrong about that, that's not a lie. I mean, the fact that this needs to be explained to you, Brenda. I mean, it's not just a 4-year-old demanding a full contact kickboxing match. This is a mentally and physically disabled 4-year-old trying to box or kickbox a fully functional adult, and then crying that the adult is scared when the adult refuses to beat down the disabled 4-year-old. I mean, the level of Giffrey here. When somebody's being sued for trillions of dollars, I mean, they're going to say a lot of things, Brenda. In fact, you could say See, technically, he says it was irresponsible. Does that mean it was untrue? I mean, he's if anything, you could say that he was lying at the trial, but you can't say he was lying at the time he was reporting what he was reporting about Sandy Hook, which I'm sure you've play the clip. You haven't cited a court document. Link to the clip of Alex Jones saying no one died. A hoax doesn't mean no one died, so you don't know the definition of a hoax. All right. We're gonna saying his cell phone records show he did know. What does that? How does it show that? Again, we're not gonna waste time with Brenda anymore. Brenda's going in timeout because we gotta get the show going. We don't have time to handhold the mentally disabled through basic preschool level English. So let's continue here with Alex Jones and Roseanne. I mean, this is as much a news show as any other news show.
Do it now!
Unlimited populist power!
Volunteer
Woo! Powered by Methylene Blue, Ultra Methylene Blue at thealexshowstore.com. So seriously though, I didn't during the break. I said, "Are you feeling?" She said, "I feel the tingle."
I do.
What are you feeling now?
Well, it's kind of going up my arms. I feel it in my head and neck, too. Like, when I'm talking, it seems like it's not really me talking. I can hear my talking and going, wow, you...
I agree. It's almost like an out-of-body experience for somebody like, well, that's how it's like, I didn't tell you that. It's like you're behind yourself.
That is what it feels like. But my brain's going really fast. You know, because my brain, sometimes it goes so fast that I can't get it out on paper.
Yeah, all it does is increase electrochemical activity in the mitochondria, but that's a big deal. So it doesn't, a stimulant stimulates cells themselves to turn the cell up. This turns the energy up. That's why there's no letdown. That's why you can take this and go to sleep, too. But you sleep better on it, in my experience.
No, I really like it. I'm going to have to get on this stuff.
Here, show her Kennedy taking it. Kennedy literally gobbles it. That's Robert F. Kennedy Jr. He loves it.
Yeah. Oh, he's taken 3 times.
Well, yeah, you only got a half dropper.
Yeah.
Let's just say Kennedy's a little bit greedy here.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Does it show him screaming after?
Well, about 3 weeks into it, I said, okay, let me take it every day for a couple days. And 3 days into it, I was so happy that I couldn't do
I feel happy.
I couldn't do the show.
Really?
It was so good. Well, because I was like, oh, everything's all right. I want to go out and I want to go fishing with my daughter. And I was like leaving at 3 o'clock. And I was like, I can't do this. I need to, seriously, it's that good.
I don't feel like everything is okay. I mean, my daughter.
No, that's because you've not,
My daughter-in-law says, you've got to quit your doom scrolling, because that's what I do day and night. But I don't feel like everything's okay, like I'm not on a drug, but I feel like, wow, there's power in coalescing all your thoughts. You know, and that's what everybody needs to do, is focus their thoughts together and then talk to each other.
So you feel like, did you hear our last guest, what she said happened to her?
No, what?
She said brain fog just lifted.
That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
And that you could really,
because you look, I mean, I know you for years, and some days you're super hyped up, some days you're a little bit tired. You seem tired today. But after you took this, you seem like supercharged.
No, I feel like my brain is focused, which is, I have big problems with focusing my thoughts, you know, because, you know, there's 10 different things going on. I feel like
Lord Vader.
No, I feel like I'm here to fight the fight, and I'm glad that I'm here with you, because we have to fight the fight.
Well, we'll see how you feel next hour. I'm going to stop now with the methylene blue plugging, but it does find the operation really does work. And it's good for you. Roseanne.
What?
What else is front and center for you right now?
Well, front and center for me is, you know, truth. Just the truth getting to the American people is front and center to me. I'm like obsessed with it. to speak the truth to power in this country, to speak the truth to people so they know what in the hell's happening to them, instead of like the veil of bullshit that that they feed us constantly, and people are like baby birds waiting for their bullshit, eyedropper of bullshit. And I think people are addicted to bullshit in this country. They're so comfortable with it that they care for it more than they even care about their children's lives. The bullshit that they see on the media, and they're like, oh yeah, well, we're going to settle into that. When we do hear the truth, you can't decipher it. It's like,
well, let me ask you this
it
then.
doesn't fit the bullshit narrative, so we got to throw it out because we're so fucking mind controlled and under bullshit.
Man, Roseanne calling it out. Calling the MSM out. All right. So, any final thoughts on this Jones-Roseanne segment here? Big Pine Sailing says, imagine having Alex Jones as a father. He could drink beer and look at telescopes like he did with his dad. I don't know, man. That'd be wild. That would be wild. Big Pine Sailing says, I don't know, I bet there's a reason everybody talking about that stuff now. Again, it's kind of like ivermectin with the methylene blue. Like, it doesn't mean it's not good. So, for example, if people discover it, the one thing that is kind of weird is that it is an artificial substance. But, again, like I said, I wasn't going to read anything recent about it, but I just went back to studies and information about it going back decades, and it seems to have a lot of positive properties and virtually no negative ones. Lord Zed says it's probably not even what they say it is. How many people buy it and take it to a lab themselves and test everything? That's a good question there. That's a good question there. But yeah, that's why I wouldn't do any of the major brands or anything like that. I would get it, that's a brand that's been around for a really long time. Before the new fad-like reporting on it. All right, so who's ready for the big reveal of the greatest modern comedian yet? We were talking about the cheese factor and the decline of everything. I pinpointed it to the vilification of cheesy, making cheesy uncool, and the rise of meta. Clark says, go easy on Brenda. She's just going through a mind shock like me with the new Cokes. It can happen to the best of us. Nah, Brenda's been around for a while, fully flaunting the mental disability and illiteracy for many years now. All right, so I think some people have actually heard about this. Who wants to take a guess? Yeah, Brenda might be Craig of Fight the Flat Earth in drag. We don't know. We really don't know. Again, I don't claim anything is true or untrue. Who can guess as to the greatest comedian in the past 2 decades? Let's make it easy. Past decade. Past decade. You get no hints. Otherwise, what would be the point of brownie points? This is pure 80s and 90s mode. I actually just forgot her name, but I'm just gonna play this clip. pee.
Up my Murphy bed, sat down to scratch my head. What could this day bring? It could be anything. I get the phone call, I gotta help them all. Go girl will save the day, Chow will not get away. It didn't take me long to find the ticking bomb. He took off in my Jeep, that Chow is such a creep. I gotta find a way to take down Chow one day. He pulled a ninja move, it got me to be cool. You know what? Maybe I too could be ninja. I want to be ninja. I want to be ninja. I want to chop Chow down, take Chow down to Chinatown. I want to be ninja. I started training hard, I think I could go far. I am a natural, that's matter factual. I learned to chop real hard, I fight with credit card. I use my nunchucks, even while feeding ducks. I throw my ninja star, also very far. I do karate moves, with a go-girl move. I learn my ninja kicks, while watching Netflix. I try to everything, like on the big screen. And you guys, you know what? I might do it. I might be a ninja soon. I gonna be ninja. I gonna be ninja.
I mean, just look at that intensity. She's all in 100%. Now, you might say that's an MK Ultra glare, but you can't say that's a fluoride stare. I mean, that kind of intensity, we haven't seen this in decades. We haven't seen this in decades. The fact that somebody named Chin Chin is saying in the chat here, the expletive Asian lady in the back is just a cherry on top. I like how this lady looked her dead in the eye, talking about taking down Chinatown. She looked straight at her for that line. Oh, man. Oh, man. Yeah, but just look at the intensity when all these goofs like Chelsea Handler and all of the, like Melissa McCarthy, like all these heavy-set middle-aged women that are supposedly, alleging to be comedians that aren't funny at all. It's not just that they're not funny. The energy's just not there. I mean, look at this random chick from Orange County. So this like upper class lady from Orange County in an evening gown dress is going full chop sake. She made up a song about being a ninja with an Asian accent, and she's like this rich blonde lady from Orange County. But look at how into it she is. So if she had the energy of, let's say, Chelsea Handler, Melissa McCarthy, etc., which is none, this wouldn't be funny at all. But look how into it she is. She's going 100%.
I gonna chop Chow down, take Chow down to Chinatown. I gonna be ninja.
Who's this Lisa Kudrow looking lady in the 80s dress here? But I like how she also stared down the Asian woman while talking about Chinatown again. So, okay, is this racist? Why would this be racist? Lord Zed saying here it would be racism if she didn't want to be a ninja. Yeah, that's a good point.
every day. I practice every way. I don't always do good. I really wish I could. I drink from sippy cup. You know I won't give up. I gotta try my best. You can't expect no less. That chow has not a clue. It's too good to be true. I'm making progress. Feels good, I must confess. I catch a flying tick with my chopstick. I take down anyone. Ha! This is getting fun. You guys, I think I almost a ninja. I almost a ninja. I almost a ninja. I tried to chop chow down, take chow down to Chinatown. I almost a ninja. I snuck up to his place, opened my ninja case, pulled out my ninja gear. I hope he didn't hear. I sneak up to his room. He's sleeping, I assume. I didn't think that he would be expecting me. Pulled out my ninja sword. He hit me with a board. I came to really fast. Gotta get chow at last. I tried with all my might to put up a good fight. Did ninja move real fast? I took down chow at last. Oh, yes, I did. I took down chow. I finally ninja. I finally ninja.
It's just the ludicrous nature of all this, but the fact that she's all in. She's like, the energy that she's putting into this. That this random rich lady from Orange County, this middle-aged blonde rich lady from Orange County in an evening gown, wants to be a ninja. John McClure says it's got a hook. Oh, man. Oh, man. That's funny. So, just a little backstory here. So in an interview, she said that this Asian woman here, she didn't know her at the time, but they actually became friends later and actually worked on a few projects. So now they're best buddies. But let's finish this up and we'll see where this goes.
I got to chop chow down, take chow down to Chinatown. I finally ninja.
Asian lady's not clapping. All right, so when I first heard the song, I was kind of thinking, wait a second. Wouldn't it be awesome if this was a music video? And then I go searching, and guess what I found?
Up my Murphy bed, sat down to scratch my head. What could this day bring? It could be anything. I get the phone call, I gotta help them all. Go girl, we'll save the day, Chow will not get away. It didn't take me long to find the ticking bomb. He took off in my Jeep, that Chow is such a creep. I gotta find a way to take down Chow one day. He pulled a ninja move. It got me to be cool. You know what? Maybe I too could be ninja. I want to be ninja.
I mean, look at the production value of this music video. This is incredible. I mean, this is really incredible. I mean, again, just look at the intensity, the dedication, the off-the-charts cheese factor that we haven't seen in decades. When was the last time we saw something like this?
I want to be ninja. I want to chop, 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 chow down, take chow down to Chinatown. I want to be ninja. I started training hard. I think I could go far. I am a natural, that's matter factual. I learned to chop real hard. I fight with credit card. I use my nunchucks even while feeding ducks. I throw my ninja star also very far. I do karate moves with a go-girl groove. I learn my ninja kicks while watching Netflix. I try to everything like on the big screen. And you guys, you know what? I might do it. I might be a ninja soon. I gonna be ninja. I gonna be ninja. I gonna chop, 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 chow down, take chow down to Chinatown. I gonna be ninja. I practice every day. I practice every way. I don't always do good. I really wish I could. I drink from sippy cup. You know I won't give up. I gotta try my best. You can't expect no less. That chow has not a clue. It's too good to be true. I'm making progress. Feels good, I must confess. I catch a flying.
Was that a nod to Rocky 4? Where did she get snow? Like, she's traveling for this video. She's from Orange County.
I'm making progress. Feels good, I must confess. I catch a flying tick with my chopstick. I take down anyone. Ha! This is getting fun. You guys, I think I almost a ninja. I almost a ninja. I almost a ninja. I try to chop, 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 chow down, take chow down to Chinatown. I almost a ninja.
Just the combination of this being a middle-aged blonde woman. I think she's actually some kind of a Miss America pageant winner from somewhere like many years ago. But anyway, just the outfits here of just this upper-class blonde woman. Like, even when she's training to be a ninja, she's still wearing her normal fashion.
You guys, it's time. I travel to the misty mountains of China.
Anybody getting Bloodsport vibes from this? I mean, she actually went on location to China for this music video. Can you spell dedication to your craft? When is the last time a comedian did something like this?
I meditate with the ancient Buddha of Asia, who gives me guidance. The bells of ancient time.
I don't really know what being a tuk-tuk driver has to do with training to be a ninja, but hey, all the power to her.
I meditate, I levitate, I elevate my soul, my strength, it's coming, and I open my eyes, vision the goal.
What do you think all these people are thinking? This random blonde woman running around, sort of acting like a ninja, but I'm not sure. This seems more like just dancing. Oh man, this is hilarious. But what kind of comedian is this dedicated to their craft? I mean, they would have just shot it green screen. I mean, this is really bringing the 80s and 90s vibe. And speaking of Bloodsport, I do have a Bloodsport clip here that I don't think anybody has seen before.
I snuck up to his place, opened my ninja case, pulled out my ninja gear. I hope he didn't hear. I sneak up to his room. He's sleeping, I assume. I didn't think that he would be expecting me. Pulled out my ninja sword. He hit me with a board. I came to really fast. Gotta get Chow at last. I tried with all my might to put up a good fight. Did ninja move real fast? I took down Chow at last! Oh, yes, I did! I took down Chow! I finally ninja. I finally ninja. I got to chop, chop, chop Chow down. Take Chow down to Chinatown.
Like, what are all these people thinking when she's filming this? And by the way, she's pretty tall. What is she, like 5'11"? Look at how tall is she. But what are these people thinking? Look at that ninja jump over a trash can. I mean, that's epic. And what kind of little showing off sachet is that after? I mean, look at these people in the background. Look at these people in the back. You're like, what is this lady doing jumping over a trash can? It's like, we watch Jackie Chan movies. This is nothing. Like, where's Super Cop 6? But what is everybody on the street thinking here? But you gotta hand it to her. Like, she goes on location for this.
I finally ninja. I got to chop, chop, chop Chow down. Take Chow down to Chinatown. I finally ninja.
So, then after I saw the music video, I was thinking, wouldn't it be cool if this was a movie? And then guess what I found?
Long ago, a group of martial artists who used their stealth and technique later became known as ninjas. Today, most people assume ninja is from Japan, when in reality, ninja originated in China.
This is the movie we've all been waiting for. Are we finally gonna get a movie as good as Bloodsport? Is this finally? It's 2024. I think it was a 2024 movie or early 2025. Finally, the return of the martial arts movie genre in all its 80s and 90s glory.
I want to be ninja. I want to be ninja. I want to be ninja. I want to chop, 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 chow down, take chow down to Chinatown.
He did what? I'm on my way.
Go girl is going down.
He's a brilliant villain on a mission to win smiles. You've heard the song. Now it's time to experience the movie. Coming this summer.
Make it go girl down. She thinks she's gonna chop me. She thinks she's gonna stop me. She really wanna take me down.
Yeah, this isn't actually just a trailer. It's a full feature film, and yes, we need the techno remix immediately. Oh man. Oh man. Yes, Truth Trollette, this is the return of cheese. This is the most incredible thing I've ever seen in years. Let's look at some reviews of the movie. The movie's actually available for free. The full feature-length movie is available for free on YouTube. On YouTube's actual YouTube movies or whatever. So, but let's look at some of the reviews from this film. Her name is Jennifer Murphy. And yeah, she's funnier than pretty much any female comedian I've ever seen. I mean, absolutely hilarious. But yeah, let me get this this other movie trailer up. Looks like it had a decent budget too.
It was spectacular.
And Shoals talking about it.
It was that good.
The flips, the aerial movement, it was amazing. It wasn't anything I've...
Absolutely perfection.
Hands down the best.
I'm a bad evil villain.
I didn't expect to laugh so much. And also be
Absolutely. It was also very calming.
I think it's magnificent to see another part of Chinese culture that a lot of people don't get to see, and the stories are amazing, the execution, the dance is amazing.
absolutely.
I mean, for people who don't know, these are like super legit people giving, like, apparently they think this is the greatest movie of all time. This is incredible. I actually haven't seen it yet.
There wasn't even one flaw.
I must say I'm so highly impressed. Their technique, just all the concepts are absolutely wonderful.
The costumes, they were works of art.
This experience for me is transcendent. It was a communication to the soul and the spirit.
It was so amazing.
Experience for me is transcendent. Transcendent. It was a communication to the soul and the spirit.
It was so amazing.
It was powerful, and it is something that's needed in today's society.
People nowadays go to the doctors, the psychiatrists for pills, for antidepressants. This is the antidepressant.
I'm going to tell everyone to come see it. You have to.
It's a once-in-a-lifetime must-see that will change their lives forever. It's a once-in-a-lifetime must-see that will change their lives forever.
I'm not sure even Bloodsport had reviews this good. Wow. Wow. That's crazy. Okay, so I am going to play the Showtime behind the scenes special on Bloodsport, now that we've finally found something in a modern era that brings back the cheese. I don't think anybody's seen this one before. We got Frank Dukes here being interviewed as well.
A flying jump kick 7 feet in the air. A secret arena and a deadly competition. An American ninja in Hong Kong, in pursuit of a dream and pursued by his own government. It's the stuff martial arts films are made of. Comic book heroes with supernatural abilities. But the most unbelievable part of Bloodsport is that it really happened. Meet Frank Dukes, the first American to win the Kumite, a deadly martial arts
Now, there's a lot of information on this guy. Some people call him the master of Bullshido, the goat of Bullshido, the biggest liar in the martial arts scene ever. And look at the way he's walking. Is he walking like a fraud? Again, compare this walk to the walk of someone like Steven Seagal. I need to do a whole episode on Frank Dukes, though. He's got some interesting claims.
competition where the only rule is to win.
A lot of people liken it to a human cockfight. You've got to understand that Asia is lined with one secret society after another. And that's probably why the event has been kept secret for so long.
And just how did an American enter the secret world of the ninja? At 12 and a half, Frank had no confidence in himself, and he wanted to be the best at something. Then he met Tanaka, an ex-Kumite champ. In a relationship that transcended both culture and the centuries, Tanaka passed down the ancient secrets of the ninja. Techniques that date back 2,000 years to the time when Genghis Khan ruled the Orient and the notorious ninja warriors roamed Japan, earning the reputation as the world's first secret agents.
Look, Frank, the government has invested a lot of time and money in you. Uncle Sam can't afford to let you get hurt.
I won't get hurt.
Enter modern-day secret agent Frank Dukes. His activities are so confidential that the film only touches upon the topic.
I'm not in a position to deny or confirm anything at this point in my life. All I can tell you is I'm not the type of guy who kisses and tells, and I took an oath, and I plan on obeying that oath.
Whatever his secret activities were, his ninja training played a key role. Jeffrey Strumpf worked with Frank on many secret missions.
He's a miraculous man, and out of 300 agents that were in special operations assigned to Southeast Asia, he was the only one to come back alive.
To ensure that Bloodsport captured Frank's larger-than-life heroics, Frank himself was hired as fight coordinator.
What separates, I think, Bloodsport from any other film is the realism involved. There's actual contact being made by the fighters that are on the film.
Jean-Claude Van Damme stars as Frank in the movie.
Some people were hurt on the set because everybody put the best they have, and we did lots of slow motion. And when you're doing slow-mo, you have to go for it. You have to touch to see the body shaking and everything. So we use real fighter, and that was almost like a competition because everybody they want to show the best. I mean, the best of them. So it was like a small kumite.
You got it!
In all, over 50 fight scenes were shot, which meant weeks of rehearsals to ensure that the action would translate to the screen. The work was hard, but it was worth it. Watch how close it looked to real.
I like how they use the clip of the guy going the wrong way, because he got kicked the other way. This is one of the biggest mistakes in the movie, actually. Yeah, I've seen it 5 million times. So, if he got kicked, he's getting kicked across his face from left to right. So he should be spinning to his right, but here he goes to his left. And totally botches it, while the narrator is talking about how realistic it all looks. Although, to be fair, Van Damme did knock out one guy for real. I think they showed it earlier. The back elbow. He actually knocked the guy out, and they used the real shot in the movie.
After his Kumite victory, Frank went on to win 329 straight matches and retired undefeated. He now lives in California and owns 2 karate schools where he passes down ancient ninja secrets to his students. Bloodsport, the true story of a kumite and the people who fought in it.
I guess what I'm really proud of is that it isn't a story about violence. It's not, it's a story about human beings and faith and about determination and respect. And that's what I've run my life by, and that's what this movie's about.
Bloodsport, premiering March 4th, exclusively on
Yeah, I wasn't sure how many people had seen this before, but the little bits and pieces of this has been floating around. This was the full segment. I like how they spoiled the entire movie in the middle of it too, though, when he's snapping Chong Li's neck. Flap Bob says, "I want ancient ninja secrets. You want to be ninja?" Oh man. Oh man, yeah, we need to do a deep dive into Frank Dukes for sure, But yeah, any final thoughts here on this epic, groundbreaking Illuminati 33rd edition live Q&A, or are we just gonna round this out with some Steven Seagal clips? Justin Johnson says, if you have to do splits like that, I will never be ninja. Flap Up says, I want to be ninja with that blonde chick. I mean, it's just so random that this random, like, Hollywood blonde Barbie doll type lady, this random rich lady from Orange County, a middle-aged random rich lady from Orange County, is talking about ninja. And making, like, a fully dedicated, intense music video and movie. Truth Trollette says, no question for me. Thank you, Bruce, and especially for showing the return of cheese. It's back, baby. Clark says, we need a 10-minute encore. Of what? Of Seagal? Of Van Damme? We need to round this out with some Steven Seagal.
By 1970. Owned his own dojo or school in Osaka. Today, at age 34, he's returned to the United States to open a school here in Los Angeles.
I guess about 3 years ago, I met Steve Seagal. We became very fast, close friends ever since then. And, he's one of the few masters I've ever met, and to be a master at such a young age is very fortunate for all of us because he can.
Sneak peek.
Up my Murphy bed, sat down to scratch my head. What could this day bring? It could be anything. I get the phone call, I gotta help them all. Go girl, we'll save the day. Chow will not get away. It didn't take me long to find the ticking bomb. He took off in my Jeep. That Chow is such a creep. I gotta find You know what? Maybe I too could be ninja. I want to be ninja. I want to be ninja. I want to chop, chow down, take chow down to Chinatown. I want to be ninja. I started training hard. I think I could go far. I am a natural, that's matter factual. I learned to chop your heart. I fight with credit card. I use my nunchucks, even while feeding ducks. I throw my ninja star, also very far. I do karate moves with a go-go woof. I learn my ninja kicks while watching Netflix. I try to everything like on the big screen. And you guys, you know what? I might do it. I might be a ninja soon. I gonna be ninja. I gonna be ninja. I gonna chop chow down, take chow down to Chinatown. I gonna be ninja. I practice every day. I practice every way. I don't always do good. I really wish I could. I drink from sippy cup. You know I won't give up. I gotta try my best. You can't expect no less. That chow has not a clue. It's too good to be true. I'm making progress. Feels good, I must confess. I catch a flying dick with my chopstick. I take down anyone. Ha! This is getting fun. You guys, I think I almost a ninja. I almost a ninja. I almost a ninja. I try to chop chow down, take chow down to Chinatown. I almost a ninja. I snuck up to his place, opened my ninja case, pulled out my ninja gear. I hope he didn't hear. I sneak up to his room. He's sleeping, I assume. I didn't think that he would be expecting me. Pulled out my ninja sword. He hit me with a board. I came to really fast. Gotta get chow at last. I tried with all my might to put up a good fight. Did ninja move real fast? I took down chow at last. Oh, yes, I did. I took down chow.